Hey there friends, hope you're having a blessed day. So this is going to be video number 8, I believe. So anyway, I'll just start out really quick with, I did mention that before my dad was, he would smoke, he would smoke pot. And we would look forward to that because it would calm him down. And then as time went on, that didn't really seem to affect it anymore. So anyhow, uh, eventually, I ended up starting to smoke too, and it was probably around 16, maybe something like that, maybe 17. So he was growing the way I started smoking was he was growing some plants. He had this greenhouse shed that he was growing these plants, and they were getting huge. He started out with just a floor of who knows how many of them starting to grow, and as time went on, he pruned them to where there was 4 of them, and it was, I think, about maybe a 8x8 shed, maybe a foot or two bigger than that. I don't know. And so it, as he pruned them, eventually it ended up being 4 plants that totally filled up the whole shed, and it was probably 8 foot, 9 foot tall, something like that, with a uh, fiberglass roof so the sun could get in. And those things went to the top and draped over. They bent over. They were huge. And so as he would prune them, he would give some of the leaves to our rabbit. We had a rabbit in a cage. So he would do that, and I would start stealing you know, some of it from the rabbit. But anyway, so that's how I ended up starting to smoke. But I'd seen it all my life. So the first time I rolled a joint was like almost a perfect one because I'd seen it every day of my life pretty much. So anyway, he started. I started smoking, and and um, and anyway, I started smoking it like he was going out of style for a while. Eventually, his shed got broke into. I have no clue who did it or how they even found out about it, but I do remember sometime later finding out that I was at a party and smoking some of his stuff that was stolen, and it was, for you know the situation, when you're a smoker, it was pretty good stuff. I mean, I wouldn't touch that stuff ever again. It actually did slow down my thought process for a while. But anyway, so um, I just I was without hope. All I could see was just the daily abuse, the what do you call it, the um, chaos. That's the word I'm looking for. The chaos of everything, and so eventually I started considering, and I won't use the word since it's fluff tube, as Nino calls it. Um, but I considered ending my own self. I considered, you know, I didn't think I could hang on any longer dealing with this stuff, and so I thought about doing that, and thankfully, of course, it didn't happen, obviously. But and I started thinking, just like when I was gonna run away, I I thought, maybe if I did this, what would he do to my mom and sisters? So, and then also thought, maybe things will get better eventually. So, and of course they did eventually, but it was when I was 17. Our parents separated, and and we didn't have to be with him all the time. So, and of course at 17, I could visit him if I wanted to or not, but I didn't really know that yet. So the days that we were supposed to be over there, I was there, but I didn't have to be over there all the time. So, uh, so anyway, as I told you, I I had hate. Hate was building up, and so um, I was, and I won't say the word, but well, actually, I'm not even gonna say that. Sorry. Anyway, there's certain things I just don't want to say on this platform publicly. But anyway, I I saw him one day, and I was in a friend's truck. It was a late. It was about. I think it was actually a '67 or '68 Chevy pickup truck, 327, or no, it was 307 that was built up, and he was on. My dad was on his Harley, and I was in my friend's pickup truck, and we came out of the side roads at the same time. I saw him one block ahead of me, getting onto the main road in the town we lived in, and when I saw that, I lit the tires up. I mean, I was smoking tires. I was gonna take him out, and as I'm going for him, I see he's looking in his rearview mirrors, looking back to see what was about to happen, because he's been run over before. But before I got to him, I fear set in again. Not only am I glad that it didn't happen, uh, but I I was afraid that I might not be able to finish him off. Just like before, I was afraid that he would live, and who knows what would happen after that. So I abandoned that idea real quick, thankfully. Then I don't have to live with that on my conscience at least. So anyway, I was glad when we were not having to be with him anymore, but his abuse still kind of went on, not like it was, because we didn't have to be with him every day. But when I was, I guess, 19, I ended up he was trying to start a business of his own, and if he had had a decent head on his shoulders, it would have been a good business for a while. But um, but he just didn't know how to handle money, I guess. But anyway, he had a secretary, really young secretary, and I became attracted to her, or she was attracted to me first, and then we started hanging out and stuff together for a while, and then he got all jealous. He ended up cracking my jaw, and the bone back here, cracked the jaw, and busted my nose with this ring. Hit me twice over a girl. Just, here's a father hitting his son over a girl. It just makes no sense. So anyway, that night was the last time I stayed with him at all for quite some time. That night I left, and we only had phone conversations for quite a while. But anyway, so this is video number 8, and bringing this to an end. I hope you have a blessed day, and there is hope. There is hope, and the hope is in Christ. So anyway, I will see you on the next video.